There we go. Here we go.
Did I ever tell you of the story about...
Welcome back to the Sanctuary, Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, in our little trip down memory lane. Cruising X here, along with Sandman Delta, who has never played Final Fantasy XIV in his life. We are currently on Syrcus Tower, and just about to go ham on this. Okay, you were saying, Sandman?
No, did I ever tell you this story of what my insurance tried on me?
No.
They wanted to total out my VW because it had like some body damage, and I told them it's like, I mean, you can't. It's just that I'm gonna rebuy it back from you and then make you reinsure the car you just totaled, so it's kind of pointless. You may as well just let me tell you when it's totaled, you know?
Yeah. Alright, what alliance am I on this time? Alliance B. Alright, now for the fun to begin. Now as of right now, I am currently wearing the gloam armor, glamour, to look like the warrior's gear, only because the gloam armor just looks ugly as fuck.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Is that the reason why it's in there?
Oh yeah, the warrior's attire looks so much better, all things considered. But with this trip down, with this little trip down memory lane, I'm wearing gear appropriate for the particular dungeon or quest or item level. But thankfully they introduced glamour very early on in A Realm Reborn. And of course, it's the fucking dancer that Leroy's in. Now, one of these mechanics is easily missed these days because of how new a lot of the players who first play this are. So I will be interested if some of these players realize that they have to pull the purple orbs to the lightning rods. But it's looking like a fair amount know how to do this fight against Scylla.
These are words that unfortunately are meaningless to me.
Though on an unrelated note, have you done anything with the final shape lately?
Nope, I haven't had time, unfortunately.
I will admit that I actually enjoyed the entire... I enjoyed a lot of the main campaign of the final shape.
I haven't gotten to the end, but I know how it ends, and it's not the way that I wanted it to end, but so be it, you know?
Yeah. I've been, Sorry, go ahead.
My issue is that my favorite kind of ending is an ending where, I don't want to say it's like a bad guys win, but it is definitely you don't win, you know? So then it makes it be like, oh, well, that would be really cool to see like what we come back from, you know?
So basically, you like The Empire Strikes Back.
Well, here's a great example, right? You have I'll use Call of Duty as an example here. The majority of every Call of Duty game out there always has some sort of like super sucky fucking happy ending. You beat the bad guy, congratulations. Okay? Whereas World at War is a little different. World at War, you were playing as a Soviet soldier and you beat the Germans. Okay, that's great. Until you realize through history that it wouldn't be more than 3 years later that the Russians are now the bad guys. So you are basically playing as the bad guys, defeating badder guys, you know? So you literally defeat the worst bad guys while playing as the bad guys.
Yeah.
Now do you see why I like it? So in other words, nobody wins.
Yeah, true.
Because congratulations, the war ended after 60 million people got killed. You know? Yeah. That's the ending that I want. That was kind of the ending I wanted to see in, you know, Destiny, where they showed before that, oh, our character has a death thing and like insert this world here, you know? Like we have a gravestone in one of the seasons, there was a gravestone and it said,
Season of the Dawning, Season of the Dawning, if I remember right.
Dawning said like player or something like that on it. And it's like, okay, when? You know? That was what I was hoping for. Like the player dies. But no, of course, the player has to have his insanely bullshit plot armor where it's, oh great, we defeated a guy who we've been hyping up constantly as being basically unkillable, and he eventually just dies in a raid because he can't handle 12 guardians. And it's just like, that's like the weakest ending possible.
Well,
you know?
Well, to be fair, we were unmaking him from the beginning. I mean, think about like 5 quests. Think about 5 steps right before the end. We do our first encounter with the witch, right? And we end up pretty much inside of him. Learning that the way to, you know, defeat him is to basically remove his dissenters from the equation. Therefore essentially unmaking him.
I don't know. I guess my thing is that if you're gonna hype up someone who's basically capable of defeating worlds, then he cannot go down easily.
Yeah. Well, like, to be fair, he didn't go down easily.
If you, in my point of view, if there's a way that you could have made him go down incredibly hard, is make him a passive bullet sponge, where literally you have to spend a few hours trying to kill him, versus, oh, he just died 30 minutes in. What? The literal main protagonist is now done. So what does that mean? The darkness is now fucking leaderless, and we have like a, oh, we can end this conflict?
No, actually, because, and I'm just finding out about this now, because I've been following My Name is Bife for quite some time. The Witness isn't like the end-all be-all. The Winnower is still out there. Because if you take the time to actually, you know, read the lore books, you'll know that in the universe there is a gardener and there is a winnower. And the winnowers, and basically the winnower and Gardner have been at odds with each other. They've been playing this huge game of, you know, gardening and then reaping. So the winner is still out there. We don't know if we'll see him or see them in some later storyline, especially with the Echo storyline revolving so heavily around the Vex right now.
Well, either way, this is my final DLC for buying for Destiny because I needed to do a different game.
Yep.
Like I'm done buying Destiny DLCs. The DLC should have ended now. Literally the literal game should have ended this campaign. That should have been it.
Yeah, but you knew they were gonna pad this shit out.
I knew they wouldn't do it because they have zero money to not do it.
There are, however, assumptions of who this new enemy is going to be.
Well, I don't really care, considering the fact that it's going to be another goddamn story of where we go in, we kill them, or turn them into a gun. Congratulations. You know? Like,
yeah.
It's annoying. You could make... The only ending I want is our Guardian dying. That's it. Like, Destiny 2 has been a game since 2017. It is time to move on. Jesus. And I wouldn't have a problem if the content wasn't a repeat over the repeat over a repeat over a repeat. Wouldn't have a problem with that if every single one of them was different. But it's not. It's you play the campaign, you have then multiple different seasons of basically a public event that you do through a like skill, not really skill-based matchmaking, but a matchmaking public event. It was okay in Season of Opulence. It got old after Season of the Worthy. It is now dead right now. I don't want to play it. It's gonna be fucking, it's like imagine, it's like, for instance, someone coming up to you and saying, hey, you want to go for a drive after the 689th drive? No, I don't actually. I'd like to, do something different. Please, thank you. That's why I'm probably going to move over to Warframe.
Yeah, probably.
It's just as grindy as D2. But all the swords in that game, all the melee weapons are considered, this weird thing known as a melee weapon, where it doesn't have ammo. There's a first right there,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I gotta go. I gotta get inside. I need to get inside. I need to make lunch, and then you go to bed.
Fair enough. I'm gonna finish this up later, and then do the same.
Yep. I'll see you later, friend.
Later.
Bye.
Oh, we have gotten through this a lot quicker than we did in our original playthrough. We're at the 106 mark, and already we're at Zande. creep is fucking real. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Oh yeah, I got knocked out of this one because it used to be no one would wait for the freaking people to come in. And we're done. At least this time I actually got to do something instead of stand there like a fucking lemon. Syrcus Tower complete. Alright, let's roll on some fucking loot. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. New player comes. Nice. What up? Chris. You did it. You defeated Emperor Zunde. Empires may rise and fall. Man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Chris Valentine. The Emperor Zunde now at eternal rest. His dark legacy may be undone. What are you playing out now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surround, and a man be faulted for exercising due caution. At any rate, you needn't mind me. I am perfectly capable of looking after my safe. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are two ways that we may seal off Syrcus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task. That distortion. What is it? The power that Zunde sought to obtain comes from the void. The world of darkness, our people called it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsen. Voidsen feed on ether, as you may already know. no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Dande entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I am afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Une and I believe that we can annul it. By his blood, Zande sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose. Oh, be still, my beating heart! For a moment, I feared that this outing would end in disappointment. But my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? The Covenant is everlasting. Well, hello. And now a flashback courtesy of the Echo. And so Marasinia is brought into the fold. Soon, all the world shall be united under Allagan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid. An endless void, bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Chris, pull yourself together! Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Not now, damn it! Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them. A void scent. And no ordinary one into that. Doga! Confound it! Without them, there is no way to master the darkness! That power is mine! Nero! The covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. Damn it. The rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the find and consult Rambros. Indeed we should. Every time. Alright, let's expedite Bayan's little escapade. All this happened within the tower? Gods preserve! The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Zande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions. One that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. They shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we cannot abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. Though void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears. We do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it! I feel so helpless! No. I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Une. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission. A mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Xande's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. It is our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Raha, ever since meeting with Une and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me, is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me the truth of our eye rests with Alec. The answer eludes me still. But one day I will find it. I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Une and Doga. Aye, that bastard Nero as well. If only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Une are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. In dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray, rest now while you can. When the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Chris. Mark my words. Yep, and we will do that next time. It's getting late, so I am going to call it a night because reasons. So if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for final announcements. If you're watching on YouTube, here are all the links provided. See you in a bit.